Welcome to Cardinals Postgame. I'm Stevie Taylor alongside John Gidley. What a game we witnessed tonight between your Upper Dublin Cardinals and the Wissahickon Trojans. The Cards absolutely dominated their rival, winning by a final score of 39-0. The Cardinals improved a record of 5-1 overall and a conference record of 3-0. The win tonight sets up a matchup of the two undefeated teams in the Suburban 1 American Conference next week when the Cards host the PW Colonials. But first, the highlights from the game tonight. The Cards opened up the scoring midway through the second quarter when Khalif Lee broke a big run for a touchdown. Wissahickon almost jumped off sides there.
Again, Tamir Bailey in motion. The give once again is to Khalif Lee, and Khalif has a hole. He's at the 20, he's to the 10, he's to the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals!
The run gave the Cardinals a 6-0 lead, and they never looked back. A few minutes later, quarterback Ryan Stover found Michael Sowers for a touchdown to extend the Cardinal lead to 12-0.
It is second down in a short distance, under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Cardinals lead 6-0, looking for more. Stover's pass complete. That's number 2, Michael Sowers, and he's into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown.
The score remained the same at the half. In the third quarter, the Cards broke it open. Khalif Lee took control with 2 more touchdowns, and the route was on.
Tamir Bailey in motion. Stover gives to Khalif Lee this time. Khalif bounces his way through a couple of defenders, and there he goes. That could be his second score of the night. 10, 5, and he is into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game.
He just seems to have a number versus Wiss.
Over under center. It's number 3, Tamir Bailey in motion. Hands it off to Khalif Lee. Up the middle, he's got a hole. He's got a first down, and he is in for the touchdown. A hat trick, back-to-back years against Wiss for Khalif Lee.
Later, Philip Butler scored his first career touchdown to make it a 32-0 Cardinal lead.
Great job. Horn will take the snap and the pistol, hands it off, and that is another Upper Dublin touchdown.
Congratulations to Mr. Butler on his first career touchdown. Finally, Michael Cottam finished off the scoring with a beautiful touchdown run, which gave Upper Dublin a 39-0 lead.
So Justin Horn with the snap. He'll hand it off to John Lee. And, no, excuse me, that's not Lee, that's Michael Cottam. Breaks a tackle, he's off to the races. Cuts inside, and Michael Cottam is in for the touchdown. What a run.
And that was all she wrote for Wissahickon. The Cardinals win the dominant shutout win 39-0. And Stevie, why don't we talk about this game and we look ahead to next week's game against PW?
That's right. Definitely a great win to enter into the PW week against rival Wissahickon, 39-0. And what a game from Khalif Lee.
Absolutely. Over 100 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. He finally broke through after a couple of games where he wasn't terrible, but at the same time, it wasn't the same Khalif Lee that we were used to.
Yeah, and I think the loss of John Durr last year really hurt Khalif Lee this year, because last year you had the running option of both John Durr or Khalif Lee. But this year, Khalif Lee has struggled to get going, as you said. But this week, he really controlled the game. Obviously rushing for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns against Wissahickon. And the defense, as always, dominant.
That's right. Now, PW is 4-2. They are 3-0 in the conference. We should point out that they have not lost a conference game since 2010.
That's right. 25 straight wins in the conference for the PW Colonials, 3 straight conference titles. And it's a rematch of last year's 28-23 PW win. And what a game that was.
Yes, absolutely. A heartbreaking defeat, but an exciting game at that, and it was cold, too.
It was
and
very cold.
I don't think it's going to be this cold, or that cold, I should say, next Friday night at home.
And last year was at PW. This year it's home at the Cardinal Nest, the second game at the newly renovated Cardinal Stadium. And, John, what do you expect to see from the Cardinals on Friday night?
Well, I expect probably another great showing from Khalif Lee. I mean, if he was able to succeed against Wissahickon, I don't see why he can't succeed against PW. And I think the fan base, the fact that they're home, the Bird Gang is going to give the Cardinals a little bit more momentum than they probably. I mean, there was still a good fan base last night, but it was a road game, so.
Well, there was actually about 3 or 4 more times fans than Wissahickon fans.
That's right.
It was a great showing from the Bird Gang, and we need you to all come out against PW. The one problem I see for Upper Dublin this week is PW is they're a big team.
They are.
They have a lot of size on both offensive and defensive line. And last year in the beginning of the game, we saw that kind of affect the game, and that was the reason why PW jumped out to a 21-0 start. But this year, the Cardinals can definitely come back through the air as they had to do last year. But Ryan Stover probably the best passing quarterback in the conference.
That's right. And we should be expecting a pretty high-scoring game since the game last year, it was in the 30s, right, for both teams?
It was 28-23 was
or
the final score.
28-23, but still, that's
It was
a reasonably high-scoring game. So we probably should see another high-scoring game
And
on Friday
PW's
night.
put up over 30 points in every conference game, as have the Cardinals, except for one when they scored 28. And so Friday night, everybody needs to show up. Huge game. PW has not lost for 25 straight conference games. First place on the line in the Suburban 1 American Conference title. That's all we have here today, and see you Friday night.